Hey friends of the night, I'm really happy to welcome you all to my stream Let's Play, call it whatever you want, of Divinity Original Sin 2. I'm Ethan or Silver Fox, you can just call me whatever you prefer, and yeah, I'm really happy to welcome you all to the start of this most epic journey. I always wanted to start streaming, start sharing my excitement for video games, and yeah, I was thinking about what game would be great to start this off, and there are really many great games, great role-playing games, but if I would have to decide for one favorite so far, which is really hard, because there are really many games battling for the title and it's really hard to pick one, but if I had to, it would be this game. So yeah, it just has so much to explore. It has very epic story, lots of twists, lots of new things you can discover. It has really awesome character writing, so you have companions with really much depth to them. Lots of interactions you have, so there are quite some ways how your relationship can progress with them, and yeah, that gives a really special spark. There are lots of other NPCs which are really special and leave quite some impression, and yeah, just listen to it. I really love the music of these games, especially this game, but also of Larian games in general. And I think that's also one of the selling points, is great music which empathizes emotions and dramatics and cool moments, sad moments, great moments, and yeah. Isn't that the most amazing music to just start a stream to? Yeah, I could go on and on about why I like this game, why it's so great, and yeah, I could just like talk hours about that, but I don't think that's too interesting, so I just stop babbling so much and in a few seconds just jump right in, so you can actually watch why this game is so great. And yeah. For the future, if you have any recommendations, like if there's anything you want to see more, you want to see less, any feedback, anything I can do better, always feel free to say that. Just leave a comment below or write me while streaming in the chat. And yeah, if you have anything different, like if you want to talk about the game, you can always join the streams and talk with me, or you can just write in YouTube, and I'll take my best to answer everything. And yeah, I'm looking forward to see all of you, and I hope you have as much fun as I have playing that, because that would be hell a lot fun. So let's start. Yeah, one word before that. If you are going to play it yourself, or if you're wondering if you want to play it yourself, definitely do. But there's also something quite, not unique, but it's quite rare to see that, because yeah, there are lots of online role-playing games like World of Warcraft and stuff, which you obviously can play with multiple people, but like those common role-playing games like Witcher 3 or the Dragon Age games, or yeah, Divinity Original Sin 2, they are mostly single-player games, and it's different for Divinity Original Sin 2, also for Divinity Original Sin 1 actually, but yeah, you can actually play together with your friends. So you can say you want to play it in the multiplayer, and there are some adjustments, but basically you just have a party together and can venture forth with your friends and experience this story together. So it's really awesome. I mean, I think you get that I already played this game, but it's been quite some while ago, so I think it will be quite new again for myself. And don't worry, I'm not gonna spoil anything. And I don't want to be spoiled too. And yeah, back then when I played this game, I did it with my best friend, and it works really well. It's really amazing that you can play together. but for now I'm gonna play all alone. So single player. Yeah, also has really nice artwork, the game. And yeah, but it's not about the artwork, it's about the mode. There are multiple modes, like the very easy one, the easy one, the normal one, and the hard one. And Tactician is really hard, at least for me it is. And it's really fun because you have to think a lot about strategizing in the fights, where to place who to make like optimal use of territory above high ground, using combinations of skills from your characters in the optimal way. And it's really fun, but I think it will be much nicer to see me playing the classic mode, because it's like, it has some challenge. It's not like a breeze and really easy, but it's not like super hard. You don't have to like sometimes reload fights. So I think it's more interesting to have like some thrill, some interesting fights, and still some challenge, but yeah, the time to really enjoy the story. So like the perfect mix, at least for me. Or to say it in their words, a classic role-playing experience. You are cunning, resourceful, and prepared for the perils that await. So let's start into that. Yeah, those are our most amazing possible companions. And as you will see just right about now, you can also play them. So you can also, of course you can like freely design your own character and just pick a race and a class. But you can also take one of the original companions and yeah, take their backstory and everything, have unique interactions in the world about your backstory, your background. And yeah, usually I really love building my own characters. I think it's great, especially from lots of tabletop and role-playing games like D&D, Shadowrun, stuff like that. But it's so well done about how the world incorporates your backstory in this game. If you pick one of the origin characters, that I would highly recommend picking one of them. I really love that, and yeah, I'm going to do that too. Last time I played, I took Ifan because I really like Ifan, but to have some thrilling new things and yeah, maybe Ifan as a companion, I'm going to choose someone different. And I could like introduce you to all of the characters. They're all really nice. It's really hard to pick in the end who you wanna have in your party, but I'm not gonna introduce them, cause then we can just like all get to know them together in the game. And yeah, I wanna play Fane, an undead, or Eternal to be more precise. And what that means you'll see just in a few moments in the origin story. But just for a short summary, you woke up and your world was gone. The last of your kind, you hide behind a charmed mask, searching for the truth about a history that no one knew existed. And yeah, you're undead, which has some quite interesting special rules, as you see later. And you can also play dead, so you can like yeah, just play dead in combat and enemies think you're already dead, so you're not a threat, which is nice. And with Source, you can also time warp, so you can manipulate time for yourself or for any of your allies, which is also really nice. Also, one thing I really like about this game, and I sometimes miss in other games like this, is you're really free in customizing your character. I know, you usually can do that with your own character at the beginning, but you can also, once you meet your companions, you can decide what you want them to be good at. So you have like these presets and can wish for something. There's also in the character creation later here in preset and talent that you can further and freely customize them, but also in the game there will be at certain points yeah, special item which lets you completely re-customize your character, and that's really awesome. You can like design all of your characters and companions. And yeah, They are all really nice, they all have really great skills, but I have to say, like, I'm a magic kind of guy. I really love magic in all forms, with all spells, all different schools of magic, not just in this game, but in general. So you'll usually see me playing mages, or if there are no mages, something which comes really close to them. Like, for example, in Mass Effect there are obviously no mages, but with biotics you have like something similar to magic, so I'm going to play that because I really like usually the vibe and the freedom that magic gives you, and yeah. So I think you'll see what I mean by being fascinated about magic, just yeah, in the upcoming streams and let's plays. I think it's not hard to tell. And yeah, really classic is the wizard, which is a really nice robe, I have to say. And those flying wands, yeah, and it combines typically pyrokinetics, so everything about fire magic, with geomancing, and geomancing is, yeah, basically everything about earth, but also like everything about poison is also geomancing. And what's really nice about this combination is that with classical geomancing you can do like lots of oily surfaces, and with poison geomancing you make, well, duh, poison surfaces, and you can ignite both of them and then they just explode, and it makes really nice combinations for dealing lots of damage. And yeah, I'm looking so forward to playing this game. I'm so excited about that. Really looking forward to that. And yeah, but before like further building Fane to our likeness, we're gonna listen to the origin story.
Oh, don't stare. How would you look after eons in some ghastly crypt? Your people are rather prone to death. Mine are not. Yet when I emerged from my completely unjustified imprisonment, I found them gone. Our culture forgotten. Any trace of the world I knew all but obliterated. I must even hide my true face beneath an ever-shifting mask for fear you savages will attack me. That is how I wander this strange world, trying to uncover the truth about a history you primitive people never even knew existed.
Yeah, it's really nice. I really like his character. Like, yeah, a bit cloistered, but very intelligent, and obviously very old guy. And yeah, I hope like voice and game music is working out. If not, just tell me and I'll try to adjust. Alright, of course we could take like lots of time here and change the appearances. I have to say I really like to put like a lot of time into character creation, but especially cause he's pretty well made and pre-generated. I'm just going to take him like he is. Yeah, you could also... you're not allowed to change his voice actually, but well, I think that's okay. Alright, so you basically have yeah, the attributes panel shows the primary stats you can spend points in after you level up. Primary stats have a direct influence on secondary stats. So, spending points on combat abilities generally increases the damage you do in the skill schools you invest in. However, there are other benefits as well. Read the description of the skill schools to fully understand what the invested points do. Don't worry, I'm not going to read like every single one, but especially if I'm reading things, I think it's a bit nicer to read it aloud. So yeah, we are Cunning Mage, So I think intelligence is pretty nice, also gives damage to what you do. Yeah, I'm not a constitution kind of guy, cause, well, it gives you HP and vitality, and of course that's pretty important. But no risk, no fun, right? What could go wrong? Please don't quote me if I die, like, soon. Yeah, we won't need any memory. Use that to remember the different skills. But yeah, you have some base slots, so won't be necessary in the beginning. So we're just like hyper intelligent and like a bit of a smart glass cannon. Alright. Civil abilities are non-combat abilities. They come in handy when you are not solving a situation through conflict, which is always nice. I really like that, that you can do that in this game. Gives them more of a pen and paper role-playing feel, I guess. Alright, and yeah, it's quite nice that they differentiate between combat abilities and civil abilities, so you don't have to think about like, do I want to have a character which is pretty great outside of combat or in combat? No, you can have both. And yeah, there are lots of abilities. I won't go over all of them, but I like to imagine Fane to be like that cloistered and like, yeah, above like the current world, because he's so old and ancient that yeah, he's quite cloistered and doesn't see like conventions like humans or dwarves and elves maybe have. So I would say he's like a bit theory, but he would be like, I'm not doing anything wrong, it's just like helping me out, so why should I bother? Yeah, I think the combination of Geomancer and Pyrokinetic is always nice. Like Geomancer gives you like poison stuff and oily stuff, and with Pyrokinetic you can just let it burn and see the world burn, and it's quite fun. Alright, we can also choose like the starting skills, and that's where memory comes in handy, cause depending on your memory stat you can have like a fixed amount of skills prepared at the same time. So yeah, that's quite useful, but we just get 3 skills in the beginning. And what you will see soon is that poison is like extra useful for us. So we're going to take a poison dart. Searing Daggers is also really nice. You just shoot some yeah, flaming daggers into your enemies. And yeah, are we more like a fire guy or more like down to earth? Yeah, we're just gonna take haste. I think that's never bad, because you're, well, hastened and faster. Alright. Talents. Talents determine a character's unique features. Select talents to complement character's abilities and attributes. Yeah, and talents can be like all kind of stuff. Some are like really useful in combat, some are really useful outside of combat. You have like very straightforward things like or skilled up, for example, so you get just more ability points, or there's also one for more attributes, I think. Right, and depending on the character you get like, I don't know, I think 1 or 2 talents for free in the beginning. And we are ingenious, so we get more critical hit chances and make even more damage when we hit critically. And we are undead, well, duh. Who would have thought? And what's quite interesting is that it changes some mechanics, because, well, a healing potion is normally pretty straightforward, it heals you. But with undead, it's kind of changed. Undead lets you heal from poison, but regular healing will damage you instead. You will receive poison statues even if you have magic armor. course, normally magic armor like prevents negative status effects, but you want that poison. Yeah, Foul Man is okay. You have a bit more shooting range, and yeah. But what's really awesome is Pet Pal, because it gives you the option to talk to animals in general, and it gives so much to the game. It sounds really stupid or funny, and it sometimes is, but it also gives like completely new NPCs to talk to in form of animals, and also like new quests you can do or new things you can find out. And like I really associate this talent, this mechanic with this game, so yeah, it's clearly I will take that. Alright, we're almost done. Tags. Tags determine what options are available to you in dialogue and how the world reacts to your party members. Custom characters have race, gender and background tags. Origin characters have unique origin tags. Alright, and well, I wouldn't change it cause, well, it's a pre-generated character still, and I think it's quite fitting. Cause like scholar, like a pretty knowledgeable person from ancient times, and also, yeah, a bit of a mystic kind of guy. Which I don't want to talk too much about it right here, cause you will find out why he's a mystic. Interesting that we get the human tag. I mean, not like we're pretty human. Maybe we were once. Well, alright. And what's also really nice, especially if you are really into music, as I am, I hope you are, cause then you can appreciate really awesome music from this game. You can like, in specific moments, there are themes and you can pick which instrument is most prominent in there. So like, I've no idea about like music in regarding instruments, so like a flute. I have to say I really like the cello, so no connection to the character actually, but I really enjoy it, so let's start! Yeah, warning! Beware, playing as an undead poses unique risks and benefits. Undead must veil their true selves from the living or risk being attacked. Healing potions and spells will damage you while poison heals. Undead can pick locks with a bony finger alone and can survive the scourge of Deathhawk. Yeah, what could go wrong? And yeah, we're done.